Okay, so how everybody? Let me introduce myself. My name is Loong. My diamond is MW Malaysia. Okay, so some of the challenges that we are facing is that as a senior citizen, we have a lot of experience, But the problem is that we talk a lot, and my grandchildren always say I'm talk the same thing over and over again. So I hope that tonight I won't talk the same thing all over and over again. Okay, so can I be a leader? If I ask you this question, what will your answer be? Can you be a leader? Yes or no? You see, when in this world where everyone wants to live above average, they want to be in the top 20% of the income bracket to live in a better place, to drive a better car. No. But they also knows that in this world, only the fittest will survive. Just like in the jungle, whereby the biggest will eat the big, and the big will eat the small, and the small will eat the smallest. Okay, in a matter of a moment, whether you live or you die in the jungle, that for the animals, I mean, is that in a split of a second, So can we survive in this hostile world? No. Can we live above the average? Of course, the answer is yes. But how? Why the answer is yes? You look at the lion. The lion is a much feared animal, and it said it is the king of the jungle. All animals see a lion, they will try to move away. Okay, but what happened is when a lion is alone, and they met, and he met a pack of hyenas, and what happened is that the lion will be helpless. Same thing to a poisonous cobra. It's known to kill a human being within minutes. But if you fight with a mongoose, they will lose all the way. So how can we survive in this world? If we want to survive in this world, it will depend on what skills you require and where you can learn that. Just for example, if you are in a game, you want to play a game, how to control it, then the game will be very amazing, very wonderful. Okay, take for example, for a goal. Jewelry is a much gold is a much softer item, and you can have many designs, But if you look at raw gold, it's like a piece of rock or a stone, Okay, so craftsmen have to handle the stone, the gold, and turns it into beautiful jewelry, So I call it the test of gold. So what is the test of gold? How can we harness those raw gold? If you want to harness raw gold, you have to put the gold into what you call high temperature fire. With high temperature fire, it will melt the stones into liquid, and the craftsman can able to blend the golds into different shapes. And with the different shapes and design, the golds itself will fetch a very high price. What about love? We heard that couples are picking up, divorce are on a rise, So how can we have lasting love? How can we love until we die? So what is the test of love? The test of love is time. If a person does not love you, but you keep on pestering, throughout the times, sooner or later he may fall in love with you. And if you have a quarrel, or you want to heal a broken heart, time will heal everything. So the test of love will be timing. What about hero? Hero is no to conquer lands. Okay, but they have one weakness, Even though they will do anything to die for a country, but the test of a hero is the temptation of beauty, There is a saying in the in the Chinese saying is that a hero cannot resist the temptation of a beauty, and that's why countries fall because of the test of time of the test of a hero is the temptation of a beauty. So we comes to Amway. Okay, so what is the test of Amway? You heard that, and you've seen people achieving success in Amway business, who take this opportunity and build a better life, So what is the test of Amway? If you know how to handle this, then you will have a better life. The test of Amway is the leadership. And once you require the leadership, the role of the leaders, the gateway for you to where life can be better will open, Okay. But you say, Kai Long, you are joking, Me being a leader, how can I be a leader like them, They are highly successful, But then, don't worry. Let's take a look at the definition of a leader, Okay. According to Cornish English Dictionary, a leader is a person who rules, guides, or inspire others. Yes, a person who rules. Do you know anybody who rules? Do you remember the one in your house? Your wife? Your mother-in-law? Or even your grandma? Who say, bring this, do that, and you follow like a dog, tail behind the leg, Okay. What about a person who guides or inspire others? Do you know of anybody who guides or inspire others? Okay. You remember when you are young, you are the elder brother and you inspire and guide your brother. You are a senior in your schools. You guide and inspire your juniors, schoolmates. Okay. So in other words, whether you like it or not, you are leading people all the time, consciously or unconsciously. You remember when you are in a restaurant, a group of you in a restaurant, and the waiter was asking, what drinks do you like to have? And everybody scratching their head until someone said, oh, I want Chinese tea. And everybody said, okay, Chinese tea lah. Or someone said, teh tarik. Okay, I want to have teh tarik. Or you remember you buy a car and you were selling your car, giving ideas, how this new car, your new car perform, Or you see a television series, where you improve your English, and say, oh, if you see this among your language, the old series, definitely you will improve your English. You are selling your values without realizing you are leading and guiding. Okay. So can you be a leader? Can I be a leader? Yes. The definition, the answer is yes. You can also be a leader. Okay, let me share with you my story of how I become a leader. You see, I was a very introvert person. Whenever I talk, my tongue is tight. I shudder, and I could not what you call pronounce words properly. I remember one of my ABOs, who comes to me, after I sharing, Kai Long, when you were sharing the story, you were telling about he falls into the river, and she comes out. So actually, how many person fall into the river? So I say there's only one person. I hope that you don't mind my language. So my grammar, everything, I got a lot of mistake. But of course, I don't be bothered. And what happened is that with this setting, I joined an youth organization called Junior Chamber. Actually, it's a non-governmental organization. Okay. And for those people who are not sure or heard about JCI, one of the projects that we do is to recognize outstanding young person, in the world. And one of the person or being a past honoree is Jackie Chan. Okay. Another person that I believe that most of you know is Michelle Yeoh. He was nominated by Junior Chamber Malaysia, whereby he is one of the top outstanding young person before the age of 40. And past famous JC members are the Prime Minister of Japan, United Nations Secretary General, President of United States, and famous businessmen like CNN founder, Dominion Pizza, and Seco are all JC members now. And in Malaysia, we have a lot of prominent people like this Datuk Adeline Leong. He is appointed as the Malaysia Friendship and Culture to Taiwan, equivalent to being the ambassadors of Taiwan, And we have Datuk Lee, who is High Court Judge. If I'm not mistaken, he is right now the Judge of Appeal. Okay, we have big businessmen like franchise founder and franchise he of Nelson, that you can see his store all over major shopping complex and airports. Okay, and we have Melvin Candy, who is a professional architect professional, who designed the airport in Kota Kinabalu, Kota Kinabalu Convention City, and so on. And I believe that he also designed the State Assembly of Sabah. Okay. How do you get elected? How can you become the president? Once you get the nomination, what happened is that you will go for an interview. And after the interview, if you qualify, then you will start promoting, campaigning about your being the president, asking people to vote for you, And there will be a night whereby the delegates and the past senior members, the national past president and all those will be there to hear you what you have plans for the organization. We call it the caucus session, And after your presentation, there will be line of people, delegates, to question you, to give you questions, what you're going to do for the organization. And if you win the election, they will on that week, on that day, will host the grand dinner to install you as the national president. And with this, I become their 19th national president. Okay. So is it an easy path? No, it's not an easy path being the national president. No. Some time ago, Ernest, who is our Miri city councillor, and he happens to be my ABO, and he was WhatsApps to me and trying to encourage me. He say, remember what happened in the 1994 national president fight in Novotel, Penang? You know that what I mean. What can be worse, my friend? So have no fear. What can be worse? If the worst is over, there's nothing more to fear. And then we have Tatuk Atilin now. We say, hi, Kai Loong. Yes, your election as the MP was the most exciting, you know. So I give you a little bit of a scenario of how the election is taking place, you know. But what happened is that, you know, compared to all the past presidents, I have nothing, nothing, nothing compared to them, you know. I don't even have the simple qualification, you know. I don't even hold any degree or anything in paper, you know. Because all this while, I have been doing nothing, you know. I have no job, I have no businesses, I have only Amway. Only Amway. And I strongly believe is that when you have Amway, you have enough. And that is enough. Enough to do whatever that you want in life. You see, and I give my winning of the election, being the national president, Amway, give Amway the credit because I did nothing. I only attend meeting. I only learn from Amway. And all the while, I only conduct meeting. And this is what I do, you know. I know nothing, but only Amway. You see. So why do they choose me as the leader? How can you lead, you know? There are three basic points that I want to share with you, you know. And let's begin with the first point, you know. You see, the first point is that in order for you to lead, you know, or if you want to become a leader, you begin to lead when you say something positive to everyone all the time. You remember this quote, say something positive to everybody all the time. Because when we open up our mouth, 99% of our conversations are negative, you know. You see, if you see a person scolding a child, you know, the first word they will say, stupid, idiots, good for nothing, can't even do a simple thing, you know. And this is what comes up from the parents' mouth. You are going to rot, you know, you see. And they doesn't realize that the words that they say will stick into the child mind, you know. So that's why what you say can affect the life of the others, you know. You see, if let's say you want to skip school, you know, a group of you, you know, and one of your friends are very timid, you know, they say, no, I don't want to do that, and all those. And one of your friends will encourage, no, come on, we have some fun. You see, you wouldn't die. You don't study one day only. You come back after that, and then you start study again, you know. Yes, some of them come back and study hard, you know. But you being not smart enough, you know, you left behind, you know, and you fail, you know. And what happened? Your life will totally be different. And that's why your words not only can affect, you know, but it can affect others, you know. You see, like those people who want to go for a weight program, you know, weight loss, you know, they go into a they go for a restaurant. I mean, they go for a dinner, and then they see the food. Some of the foods may not be what they should eat, you know. So I say, oh, I skip this dishes, you know. One of the friends or your relative say, one dish won't kill you one. It say, what, man, all this, you know. So, just to be more like by them, you know, more friendly, you just take out one piece. And later, another day, you go for another dinner. And then you want to skip one of the dishes, you know, and say, you, another one will say, you know, you are not eating every day like that one, you know. This is just only one day only, you know. and being friendly person and say, okay, never mind. You just take that dish. Then another week, following another dinner, ayo, you want to skip another dish. They say, one of your relative, your friends will say, ayo, not today. Today only you eat this only, One piece only, one today only, Tomorrow you're not eating, okay lah, take again lah. What happens, you cannot keep up with the program, and you forget about the program. And years later, your body break down. You found out that you have diabetics, you have high blood pressure, you have high cholesterol, you have kidney problem, that's the effect, that's what you get. It's all started with a simple words, but the effect and effect is costly, And early in the days of our business, we are very fortunate that we meet the founders. And of course, right now, most of us do not have the chance because most of them, the two of them have passed away now. But early days, we were able to meet up with them, okay, take personal photograph and all this. But before we met them, we were listening to their cassette, their audios, and especially Try or Cry. We are very impressed by what his experience about building up the MA business. And he used one of the most powerful phrases, that you can do it. He said that during the time, every time when he said, I can't do this, I can't do that, his father will say, look here, Rich, if I say one more time that you can't do it, I'm going to knock your head against the wall. Of course, Rich, he was say that he didn't do that, but it really scared him. And every time he see his father, he dare not say he can't. So you can do it actually works, and it works. And later he went on to write 10 most powerful phrases that can change your life, You see, like this situation, how can you say something positive to a person who's going to be executed, What are you going to say, He's going to die, by a press of a button, Oh, this is something you can learn from that. Don't worry, you have more power. Yes, you have more power. Okay. So what happened is that Penn was about to start off praying for the school during the sport day, and what happens that one of the one who throw the trumpet got a natural call, and has to rush to the toilet, being sick, and so the school band teacher, wanted to get a replacement and shouted, who knows how to play the trumpet? And one young boy just walked out, and by that, the school band teacher handed the trumpet to him, and he start marching around the school field. He realized that the boy doesn't know how to play the trumpet. He only how to blow pipa, 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 pipa like that. So after coming back from the field, the school band teacher scold that guy, that boy, like crazy. You should have let us know. You disgraced the school band and all this. You don't know. You tell me lah, like that. You know how the boy answered? He said, "How do I know if I don't try?" Yes, how do you know you cannot live if you don't try? How do you know you cannot become a speaker if you don't try? How do you know that you cannot drive a car if you don't try? Yes, you can do it. Okay. Okay, we go into the second phase, second point, What did I do? The second point is that you begin to live when you learn how to see something positive in everything that happens, Like you see in the pictures, you see in the image, what happens now, you are standing in a rest in the middle of the oceans, and you are fishing. What will you be thinking? What are the positive things will you be thinking? If you are in that situation, what will you think? Oh, this man is good. He thinks of what? A little mermaid. How nice if I can catch a mermaid. This is what we call saying something positive in everything that happen. But majority of us, when we meet, get into a jam, what do we say? Ayo, traffic is was style. Traffic. I mean, accident. Accident happen. Ahead of us. And this is what majority of us would think. And if the boss comes looking for you, how to you say how do the boss knows why you want to see me? Or if the discipline teacher asks you, ayo, I didn't do it but why they call me like that? So all this is that before something happens, we see the negative. In life, this is always the good and bad side. Okay. If things are bad, why don't we look at the good side? Why should we look at the bad side of life? You see, when you are in exam, what happened is that when I get my result, I'm very excited. I shouted. I say, I told my parents, I almost passed. Because my marks are 40 45. Yeah, I almost passed. But my father remind me, you fail. You see, but what do you get if you fail? What will your life be? If you fail, you see. But why should we look at the bad side? We should look at the good side. Okay. And because of I failed my exam, I found my wife. She is hiding in such a place that no one can imagine that the jewel is in that place. And because I failed my exam, I found her. What happens when you met an accident? I also met an accident. I landed up in the hospital, and for 6 months I cannot work. And what happened? And because of 6 months I cannot work, I found MWay. Is it better? Definitely will be better. You see, every day of our life, every hour of our life, every minute of our life, we are bombarded with negative. Negative, everything, cannot do this, cannot do that, and all this. How can we overcome this negative compartment? First thing what we need to do is to train our mind to see good in everything. How should we train? How do we do it? The thing is that when a negative thoughts that comes into your mind, you should fight it. You should confront it. You should not let it stay in your mind. Every time someone say I cannot do this, you say I can do it. You look at the world, all over the world, that surround us, that we have so much, the technology has improved tremendously. It's because someone said, I can do it. I have a ABO, and in the early times, he always get rejection. Everyone or most of the people who he talked to about the MWay, he said no. And how he overcome it is that every rejection that comes to him, he said, no, watch me. You watch me in his mind. You watch me. And a lot of people are watching him. You see, the second things that you need to do in order for you to train your mind is to visualize. Visualize your dream. Do not look at the challenges. Do not look at the problems. Do not look at focus at the problems. Okay. Visualizing is more like a self-talk. Always say, this is the things that I want. This is the life that I'm going to live, keep on saying that, because if you keep on visualizing, focusing on the positive aspect, you will stay more focused. You will maintain a more positive. Instead of seeing the problems, see your dreams. See the handsome man you're going to marry. See the handsome, beautiful girls you're going to marry. See the cars that you're going to buy. See the place that you're going to go. And all these are stored in your phone, and visualize it, see it every day, that this is what you want in life. And then you goes to mixing with the positive people. Because if you want to catch a cold, you mix with those people who has cold. If you want to mix with positive people, if you want to be positive, mix with those people who is positive, because birds of the feather flocks together, because the groups itself will support each other, and encourage you, to do much better. And through mixing with positive people, will give you will be able to see or scout who will be your role model, and the atmosphere will create the excitement, will create the motivation to push you forward, and give you the reason to build up your business, and that's why all of your leaders encourage you to attend meetings and rallies. Okay, what has got to do with this practicing gratitude? Why is it is important? You see, your success does not come alone. No one is say what you call do it himself. Success, everybody works together. Someone works together to help you to success. No one can succeed alone. Given the most powerful person in the world, like the president of the United States, he is not alone. And he has his advisor, economic advisor, world affair advisor. Just like being the national president, I have elected and appointed officers. I will have assistants who will draft, who will send out message for me, who will draft my message. I will have assistants who will deal with the government. I will have assistants who will deal with the media and so on. So all of us are working together for the term success. You see, and that's why you must be thankful and grateful and being blessed that whatever that you have right now is because some angels, guiding angels, are helping you for your journey to success. And I was blessed that I have this young man, young boy, despite all his challenges that he faced, he did not quit. First, he did not qualify as a DD. He fight back and he won. Okay, he did not quit. When he was an admiral, one of his admiral rank, who is an admiral itself, with over few hundred distributors, ABOs, quit the business. He was down, but he was not out, and he did not quit. When doctor diagnosed him with Parkinson's disease, but maybe you did not know what is Parkinson's disease now. Parkinson's is just a simple layman term. Parkinson's disease is something that you cannot control your brain. Let's say you have a cup on the table. Most of normal people will just scoop our hands and pick up the cup. But for a person who is Parkinson's disease, he cannot do that. He must tell the brain, and say, you see the cup on the table. Now the hands, my hands have to stretch out, and when my hands are near the cup, my fingers have to open. And then I have to tell my fingers, to grab hold of the cup and bring the cups up back to me. And this is how it works. And because of that, he walks like imbalanced and he fall down in the drain, he fall down, he lose all his teeth. But proudly, he did not lose his dream. Yeah. When people talk about his Parkinson, he talked about his dream. And today, they qualify as a diamond. Ong Chuan Ki and Yao Pei Yuk will have their diamond recognition at Wells Hotel on the 28th January 2024 at 8 p.m. And if you are free, it would be good that you come and see how this person for 15 years, talking about how he wanted to become a diamond. Another couple that I need to introduce is one doctor who doesn't want to see me. He rejected me more, I don't know how many numbers of time. And I am grateful and thankful that a doctor who runs 4 clinics, never questioned me, who I am, to comes and talk to him about our business and what is my qualifications. These doctors never question my suggestions and never answer back, what I told him to do. He followed me faithfully, believing me and having the loyalty to me. And within 5 months' time, these couples qualify as a silver producer. In 10 months, they qualify Didi, Ruby, and Pearl at the same month. Being the first Bumiputra to achieve that level. And they went on to become the first diamond in northern region, you see. And what happened is that he has to answer a call to serve the nation as a deputy health minister. A lot of people were saying, wow, being a busy schedule like him, Amway gone like that. But what happened? Everywhere he goes, he talks about Amway. He talks even in Parliament. He sold products to the VIP, to the minister, and you see what happened. It's through the WhatsApp. He said, Kai Loong, when are you coming to my office? All my staff in my office join my Amway group already. If you come, it's just like an Amway meeting. And he reminds me to bring my wife along. And this is a person who is so busy and yet building up the Amway business. And since when his term is over, the other day when we are having a dinner together, he said, Kai Loong, today I can proudly tell you I'm a full-time husband and a full-time ABO. And this is what Amway is all about. And of course, I'm also blessed to have a family, a good family. Because during the early start of the business, everything is tough. I don't have a sponsor. I don't have a DD. And there's no meeting conducted for us, And it was the support and the encouragement of my parents, my brothers and sisters who stand with me, when the going gets tough, And without them, I would not be what I have today, And not forgetting our Sunny Hall. Our relationship date back in 1980s when I attended the ALS in Sentosa Island. And someone was telling me that Sunny is looking for you. I do not know who is Sunny. And when we met, he introduced himself, Son, I am Sunny, and you are Lee Kai Loong. Sure, yes, I'm Lee Kai Loong. You see, you are, we have the same line, okay, and we have the same parents. So whenever you have problems, you don't need to worry. You come to me, I will help you out, you know. And sure enough, you know, he helps me out for the past 40 years, you know, through those hurts, he supported me, you know, and help our groups to build a big organization in China, you know, under Double Diamond Kang ECVI. And in his group, have hundreds of DDs and diamonds and a crown ambassadors who within 1 year from SKF Diamonds jumps to crown ambassadors in 1 year, you know. But do you know behind the scene? Do you know what happened? You see, Sunny was telling me about this incident in 1995, where China was just only started to develop, you know, and everything was so backward, you know. And he has to follow up distributors AA bills. He bought a slipper whereby he had to sleep and all those, you know. And during the night, he has to go for to a toilet. When he come back, the place, the slipper was being taken by someone, you know. You see, and I asked him, why don't you ask for it back? You know? He said, you never will know what happened to the Chinese people. You know? And he stand all the way, you know, on the train, you know, and this is what happened. And then what? In the meeting, you know, where we are meeting, where it is stuck, and if someone wants to go to the toilet, it's so scary, you know, they don't want to go out, so they bring out a bottle like that, you know, and they just do it, you know. They say it's so smelly, but that is how the pioneers built the business now, and they don't need to do it because at that time they are already a double diamond. They can live a fulfilled life, you know. They can live a life that a lot of people will admire, but yet they sweat, go through that sweat, those to help us to build the MA business, you know. And that's why every effort done by your sponsor, your leaders, even though it's 1%, and that 1% will be enough for you to praise a growing business. That's why great business are never done by one person. They're done by a group, a team of people. So you should be grateful. Who should you be grateful to? Your leaders, the people who have helped you, or people who have been supporting you all this while. So see something positive in everything you do. See the rose, don't see the thorns. Okay. The points I want to bring out will be is that you begin to lead when you learn how to set meaningful goals. You know. During my term as the national president, you know, okay, my theme for the year is break the barrier. You know. It is a very simple term. You know. I just expect those people, the clubs or the chapters itself, you know, and if you have 50 members, you recruit one more person, bring it to 51. At least you have picked the barrier. If you have done 10 projects, do one more, you have 11 projects. You break the barrier. And if you have not done this project before, try do it. You have break the barrier. You know? And this is how it goes about our term. You know? Okay. I was in, many years I was in Hawaii. And you know, Hawaii is popular with Hawaii shirt. And I wanted to get a shirt like that to show off, you know. So when I go back to Malaysia, I can tell people, you know, that I've been to Hawaii, you know. But everywhere I search, there's no size that can suit me, you know. Because all those are during that time, most of them are big size, you know. And I say that's not fair, you know. You say, how can I tell people that I've been to Hawaii to America way, but I don't have nothing to show, you know. I didn't give up, and finally I get one. This is the one I got. And as you know, I get it from the children department. You see, when you set a goal, things will begin to happen. In 1991, I went to Disney World. Okay, and this is a very big place. And in fact, this is 30 times or 60 times bigger than Disneyland in California. Because Disneyland in California is just only 500 acres. Whereby Disneyland in Florida, Orlando is 30,000 acres. You even spend 5 days, you will be not enough. Then in 1996, I sat down and then write down some of the goals that I do. And then I say I wanted to go to Disney World, and I want to bring my family, and this is part of it, And during that time, it is one to go to Disney World, the ticket is 145, but now it's almost one person is about US 400 US dollars, Okay, 21 years later, Okay, 21 years later, my whole family went to Disneyland, the Disney World, and we also went to see Amway Center in Orlando. Okay, and you know what happened? I note down, that the hotels that we are going to stay, quality suites, that is 1995. They have no internet whatsoever, And in 2017, this is the same hotel, that we went to stay, for 12 days, so happily with our grandchildren, You see, you're still wondering, whether it works or not. Let me share with you John Adams. John Adams is the president of the United States, the sixth president. He's mentioned, he said, he could, if your actions inspires others to dream more, learn more, do more, and become more, you are a leader. I repeat again, if your action inspires others to dream more, learn more, do more, become more, you are a leader. Okay, you are a leader. So right now, you know that leaders are not born. I'm not a born leader. And you know that leaderships can only really can be taught. It cannot. It can only be learned, And the chairman and the president of the CEO of Telephone and Telecom was quoting, Okay. So where I want to become a leader, where do I have the opportunity to learn all this, Fear not, because you have Amway, and this is where I learn. And by doing Amway, you are learning the skill to become a leader. You remember John Adams was saying, if your action inspire others to dream more, what do we do when we share our business to others? We tell them, to dream. When we encourage them to participate in the program, in demonstration, in speaking and all this, in fact, they are learning more. And when we are showing the plans to everyone, we are doing more. And when we encourage them to move up, to 15%, to 18%, to become 21%, they are becoming more. Okay. So by involving in MA business, you are a leader. But how do I know being a leader will create so many things? I did not know that when I said something positive to everyone all the time, seeing something positive in everything that happens, and setting meaningful goals, a person who failed his exam will one day be selected by the organization to represent Malaysia to attend a leadership academy in Japan, A person who failed his exam being invited to chair international meetings, and recognize him as the leaders in as the leader in organizations, and I begins to make courtesy calls to the ministry, to the minister, accommodate them to events and grazing functions with them, newspaper report of my visit to their area, and being interviewed for projects, and a person who almost passed his LCA will one day being invited to join in the leadership conference in United Nations. Okay, how would I know that by saying something positive to everyone all the time, see something positive in everything that happens, and setting meaningful goals, I would one day, the one day the gate door opens up, and bring me to places where life can be better. I have never believed one day I will be riding camels, seeing safaris in South Africa, playing with the dolphins, snowmobiling, and then cruising in a big cruise ship, going to romantic places, sailing under the bridge of Sydney and climbing the Sydney Bridge and cruising the Mediterranean, going to places like Barcelona, Morocco, Hawaii, where I did a half marathon run, okay, and doing a bungee jump in New Zealand, and having nice food in places that I have never dreamed of, and all this, do you know what happened? It's free, It's all is free. You say, how would I know? I didn't know. By saying something positive to everyone all the time, saying something positive in everything that happened, setting meaningful goals. A boy who start off working as a 15-month salary, working in a motor workshop as a panel fitter, can afford one day to bring his family to see the world. And I have been doing it since the year 2000, and we spent 17 days in Japan, going to places up from north to south, to Hiroshima, and we were able to bring our grandchildren along for our trips, and we've been doing that since when they are, before they are 2 years old, and most of the countries in Southeast Asia, they have already been, and something is wrong. Okay. And that is, let me press again, just hold on. And that is the power of the MA training, together with the support of ECVI, that is scattered throughout Malaysia. You will find a center in your area whereby you can utilize your potential and learn the skills of the leadership, from the beginnings to the professionals, because we have leaders, proven success. We have proven leaders, who has been involved in the business for many years to help and support and guide you, So don't take MA for granted, Okay, don't take this as, oh, this is just only a business. This is just only selling soap only, No, this is not selling soap. This is giving hope, Let me end my presentation with a story of Roy. Okay, Roy is an athlete. a very young and helpful man, And when he was taking a part-time job as a lifeguard in a lifeguard, he always help person in need, and he always greet people. And what happened is that when everybody's, I mean, like by everybody, and when you have someone that person will say, hey, Roy, when you graduate, remember to look for me. I will have a job for you. And every time he smiled to someone, he greet someone, he help someone. The person will say, Roy, don't forget that you need any job, you come and look for me. And so after that, Roy graduates, and then he remember, that people has been asking him, to goes to his place, and then they will offer him jobs. So Roy went on and knocked on doors. Every time he knocked on doors, he get rejection. Simple reason is because during that time it's rejection, recessions, and factories are living off workers, okay, and there are no jobs, business are closing down, He met many disappointment. He is disappointed, but he never give up. He keep on knocking because he still remember there are many people who promised him jobs, And then finally, he knocked at one person door, an old man greet him, And as usual, he asked, Sir, you remember me or not? I'm the lifeguard, doing part-time as a lifeguard in the sea, okay? And you told me that if I want, I look for any jobs, I could look for you, And the old man said, yeah, I remember Roy. Roy, he said, what do you want to do? Roy, what do you want to do? Roy was stunned because all the while, people has been rejecting him, no job, nothing, all this, But yet, out of this, one person asked him, what do he want to do? Roy could not answer him. Roy was stunned. Roy just stand with his mouth wide open. And the old man said, Roy, come back when you have the answer. And Roy turned around and went back. And he went back, he really think what he wanted to do, and then he found the answer. He went on to become the president of United States, and he's considered one of the greatest president in America. Want to be a leader? Say something positive to everybody all the time. See something positive in everything that happens. Set meaningful goals. I do hope you will be another Roy, and I will see you at the top. Thank you.